gate to set your company like it's a corporation. People will look at you and be like, oh, but you're a small business. No, set it up like a corporation. I always say they can't go into, what is it? We can't call Gucci, we're not good with it right now. Let's say we go to Neiman Marcus shop, and you see a nice purse, and the tag says $1,000 on that purse. Are you gonna take it up and go to the kind of, well, you know, notice right here the stitch. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can save $200 off of it. No. They're gonna tell you, ma'am, either you take the purse or you go. Matter of fact, if you argue too long, they might call the cops. No, she done gone crazy. So if you can go into these stores and talk them down, don't let anyone talk you down. If you decide that your cupcakes are $3 a piece, your cupcakes are $3 a piece. That's it. Take it or leave it. And I know it's gonna be tough. Listen, it's gonna be hard because you're gonna be like, Lord, I need to pay rent. I need to do this. You know, especially if you have a commercial kitchen and you have overhead, and if you have staff, you're gonna be like, okay, I need to pay. Okay, maybe. Okay, I'll do it for the ones that you know. Because you know what? The whole time you're making them cupcakes, you're gonna be pissy. And your cupcakes ain't gonna come out right because it translates. I'm serious. You show up to something, it translates. You know, you already know, okay, I done took a major cut coming here, and now I gotta come here and stand. Let's say you were a guest speaker, and you gotta come and stand. Oh, okay. So when I started, let me tell you, it translates. So don't let anyone cut down your marketing value. If that's what you set it at, that's what you set it at. And like I said, it's gonna be hard. Entrepreneurship, I cannot stress enough, is rewarded, but it is the hardest. The hardest. That's why a lot of people don't do it. They would rather go show up to someone's 9 to 5, deal with the hypocrisy, the politics, and clock out and go home than trying to push a struggle that is like, okay, is it gonna end? Am I gonna see a profit this week? Okay, somebody gonna call me? Somebody gonna email me? But let me tell you, work it. You work it till it works for you. And that's like the best thing I could ever tell you. Work it till it works for you. Any other questions? Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so like when you have like family events and stuff, you charge them. They be like, can you make me some wings, or can you make this, or can you do this? You charge them?
Maybe something. You know,
Like doing family and stuff.
if we doing like a family reunion, you know, okay. So you gotta be mindful of not intertwining your business with your personal, right? Just be mindful of that. Now, if I'm going to like a family reunion and I'm showing up and we gonna all have a good time, that's fine. But if you come to me and say, I want you to cater the family reunion this year, okay, I done took myself out of it. I know we all family, you know, I'm gonna see auntie and them and all that. But I'm gonna take myself out of it because at the end of the day, this is my business. So I have to charge you accordingly. Now, yeah, I might give you a little discount, 10% off. But don't immediately come to me with the presumption that because we are family, I'm gonna hook you up. We always wanna hook up. No, it's my business. Like I said, when you have to pay your bills and you have a child that gotta go through school and wants things done, you have to make sure you have the money to do it. So don't get caught up in that. Remember, grand opening, grand closing. Because, you know, everybody coming in and we steady back there. Oh, that was so-and-so. They helped me when I was in 9th grade with my math homework. They got 20% off. No. All of them offs add up. So you want to make sure you stick to what you know your bottom line is. Like I said, you know, it's at your discretion. Like my absolute best clientele is Northwestern Mutual. And they will do events outside of the corporate office. And so when they call, you know, if Ellen calls and says, oh, we're doing a baby shower, we want so and so, okay. If it was 15 per person, that might go 14, 50. But at the same time, I'm calculating. I'm making sure that once I take out my food costs, I can still pay myself and I can still put money back to the business or put money in my savings. Absolutely. So just keep that in mind. Don't ever get your business and your personal intertwined. Yes, ma'am.
did you start to really figure out the finance aspect to everything?
Oh my God, like I said, when I decided that I really wanted to pursue food industry, I made sure I got with a mentor. So when I got with Chef Irie, that was, I want to say I was about 6 months in. I was about 6 months in, and I met Chef Irie at an event, and I was just talking with him. I loved his vibe, he was really dope. I was like, oh my God, you're like at the level where I'm trying to go. And I said to him, would you mind just sharing with me little nuggets? Because really and truly, all I knew was that I could cook, and I cooked well. People would always be like, oh my God, I saw that girl with the red jacket on. Oh, her food was good. Did you taste that tilapia? Yes, okay. But when I got home and looked, I was like, okay, but I gotta put all this money out, and I don't see none. So I decided then and there, I need to talk with him, figure out what is the food cost? What is it that I'm looking to be at a certain margin? How do I charge accordingly? Because the thing about it is, you will get, especially in the food industry, you get caught up with like the Panera Breads and the Chick-fil-A's of catering. They can do that. They can offer a nugget at 50 cents because they only paid probably 20 cents. They're buying in bulk. As a caterer, I'm not buying in bulk like that. So what costs them 20 cents will cost me $1.20. That's why I have to upcharge, because I have to take into consideration that cost, plus my time standing around that stove stirring or putting your nuggets in the oven. So I have to do all that. All that adds up into it as to how you charge. So definitely, like I said, mentorship, get with that person. Your first top of the business is making sure that you are eating at the end of it. Making sure your bills are paid. Making sure that you are walking away with a profit and not a loss. Any other questions? Yes, honey, come on with the Bojangles. Let me see if I did.
If you were a food artist and like you weren't like nursing,
Oh, Jesus. Ooh, ooh. Ow. Ooh, that one stuck me to my soul.
Didn't we have this conversation?
We did. And what did I come up with then?
You were like, I don't know.
I don't know. I really, truly don't know. Jesus. Wow. I'm not sure. I really absolutely love where I'm at. Like I said, nursing was my passion at one point, and then it became too much of a political game. And I felt like it was less about the patients and more about the almighty dollar. And I saw that every day when doctors would just literally stand where your teacher is standing and look at the patient over here and be like, Miss Young, you good today? Okay. Pain? All right, I'll tell the nurse to increase the medicine. And keep going. That was $500 just for him standing in the door. Never came over and be like, how you doing? They treat me okay? Nothing. Literally stood at the door. Your nurse is your best friend when you go in the hospital, by the way. Let me just tell y'all. I ain't been there doctors. Child, please. Anyway, so yeah, when I realized that was where it was headed, I realized that food was definitely one of those things. But I don't know. Maybe I could have been a movie star. What you think, Shelly?
Yes. Y'all, let me tell you, she just said she thought you were in a movie. She said, actually was so good this morning. I was like, I swear I saw you in a TV show or something.
What you said, speaking into existence? Not her job, yes. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe. I mean, I've always had a little thing.
Don't you
for
have
it.
like a degree in business? Or
Yes, honey.
So with training, like healthy food, how do you incorporate that into your catering business? Or is it incorporated?
I do. A lot of times our clients tell us what they want, you know. And then, don't get it twisted, there's a lot of fads going on and people get caught up in the fads. But, you know, we do weekly meal plans and they'll call you and they'll tell you, I'm trying to lose weight, or I'm trying to maintain keto diet, gluten-free, you name it. And so as a caterer, I have to make sure I'm on top of the research so that I know, because you are so responsible for that person. And that is one thing I don't play with. Ain't nobody gonna call me talk about, oh, I got sick. No, ma'am, not today. So if you tell me, you know, I ask like extensive questions, especially for meal plans. I ask extensive questions about that, like, you know, what are any allergies, you know, anything you like and dislike, you know, that kind of stuff. You wanna make sure, what is your purpose for you doing this? Is this to save you time? Did the doctor tell you there's a health crisis? You know, all these different things. Is it diabetes? Is it hypertension? All this. So I ask a lot of questions just to make sure. So yeah, we do it. We do the vegans, we do vegetarians, we do it all, but I make sure I stay on top of it, just so I know. Absolutely, absolutely. Anything else? Well, ask me, this is free knowledge, okay? Come on with it, honey, come on.
Okay, so like, okay, this is the one for me, but I literally came up with this decision last night.
Oh,
So
okay.
like, yeah, it was like, might as well, and like location wise, I was thinking it'd be cool because I'd be in between two different universities.
Yes.
College kids are trying to go to classes,
Mhm.
boom, they want a snack or something like that.
Yes.
So I was wondering about like, as far as like resources and stuff like that, like, let's say you're using a certain type of icing, or let's say you're using a certain brand of essential oils, or like you bought that tilapia from Walmart or something like that. Do you have to pay them back for what you just bought? Is that like a license, like friend, like how does that work?
Payback who?
Like, if you just bought like some chicken from the farmer's market, do you need to come back and tell that farmer, hi, yes, I just used your chicken to make over $1,000?
Oh, no.
No? You don't have to do
No,
that?
no, none of that. The only person you are liable to report anything to,
Uncle Sam.
thank you, say it loudly.
Uncle
For the
Sam.
folks in the back. Uncle Sam, the IRS is the only one, and of course, I gotta always keep this in mind, because I moved here from South Florida, so we don't do state tax, but North Carolina, they want their cut. Come on with it. They want their cut. So those are the two people that you have to stay in tune with. If you bought, say, because there are times when you can do partnerships. So for instance, sometimes when I have big events, I'm not gonna stand there and make no 100 desserts. It ain't gonna happen. Because I'm gonna be more tuned into the food aspect of it, making sure that if it's a plated service or if it's buffet style, okay. But you want desserts, that's fine. I actually have a couple of pastry chefs or bakeries that I work with. Now, I go in and they sell me their cupcake for $1 a piece. But then I'll sell it back to my client at $2.50. I just did my markup, so I can get my profit out of it. That's fine. You don't need to go back and tell Siobhan, oh, I sold your cupcake at $2.50. No, she got my money. She is only okay with her money and what she reports now to the IRS as what was made. What you do from there on out is what you do and report to the IRS. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say it again, don't get it twisted. You are in business to make a profit. Nobody wants to report a loss. So you will have those moments when you will upcharge something, but it's all because of, you have to take into consideration, somebody gotta put them cupcakes out there on the table. The cupcakes ain't gonna come from Shabana and then magically be on the table. I gotta pay somebody to put them out there. So you look at that, that's part of your labor costs. So yes, the only person is the IRS. You don't go back and say nothing to nobody. That ain't fair. No, ma'am. IRS, that's it. That's it. Any other questions?
I have a question.
What's that, girl?
What was the first major loss you took?
Now, I haven't necessarily per se had a major loss, but when I tell you your first year will try you, I'm living experience that your first year will try you. Because again, you are so caught up in being out there and being recognized and start to build your business that you will give yourself away for free. Guilty. Guilty. And you know, it almost becomes like that thing that you don't want to talk about it, but then the more you talk about it, you realize that there are other people who are now successful who started out that way and started out giving away stuff for free until they were able to see that, okay, here's the purpose. I gotta make money. So yeah, my first year, oh, horrible. Horrible. First year, oh my God, I wasn't really keen on cost per person. I wasn't really keen on, you know, food costs and how much I should be charging once I buy the product. So that's why I said, you know, getting with a mentor early is like the key to making or breaking you. And I mean, after the first year, I could have been like, you know what, well, what was the purpose? I didn't see it, you know, forget about it. I'll go back to working. No, I kept on pushing. And just, like I said, just know that you gotta work it till it works for you. Absolutely.
Where do you see your company
Oh my
going?
God.
Like if something was to happen to you, you want Rochelle to take over?
I could.
She could. Rochelle absolutely could. Rochelle is a beast when it comes to the kitchen. She's done a couple of cooking demos and I've taken her, and you know, I expose her. You know, a lot of times, you know, as you get older and you have your family, you will realize that there are things that textbooks can't teach you. The hustle, how to hustle and get it, it ain't really no textbook. That's something that comes from within. So I take her with me to a lot of stuff. But, you know, my hubby is also an executive chef. Been in the game for like 20 odd years. Crazy, his knowledge. So we want to expand. We are actually, he's from New Orleans, and you know, like I said, I'm from Jamaica. So we're going to launch our Jamaican Creole. So that's coming next. We are definitely looking at that now. For the longest, you know, RCS has been, like I said, a part of e-commerce and in-person in terms of me showing up to do your event. But now we want to take it really in person and have a space. So that is the plan, that's the goal for this year, is expansion. To literally do a location where you can come in and order. And you know, oh my God, let me say something. The dreams I have for RCS is crazy, scares me. It scares me so bad. I'm always constantly thinking about it. Like, I want to do like a full out catering hall, like multi-level building, like crazy, where you can come in the back. Like, we have different people already on site, you know, like you have your DJ there, your photographer, all these people, you talk to them, you set it up, you do your wedding. If you want to do a garden style wedding, I want to make sure that the back is like crazy, where it's garden with a waterfall, like it's crazy. My dreams for RCS. I breathe it, I eat it, I talk about it. It is like my driving force. It's nothing like entrepreneurship, I'm telling you. It is crazy when you own in on what you want to do and you know that it's truly your passion. That's why you get stumped with questions like, if you weren't a food artist, what would you be doing? I'd be like, girl, I don't know what I'd be doing, because this is what I see. Like, I love talking to people, I love meeting people, I love when people tear the oxtail and they go, Jesus! I love that. That drives me. It is a passion, I promise you. So, I'm telling you.
Listen, I'm tired of working at Jerk Masters. I'm tired.
What? I'd rather you work there than Lee's.
Oh, yeah, I'd rather work at I'm tired of working at Jerk Masters.
Okay, coming soon. Coming soon, definitely. So, like I said, ladies, you know, in closing, I just want to say, again, work it till it works for you. Don't give up. Like, seriously, it's gonna get tough. I am not gonna tell you it's gonna be no better roses. There are times you're gonna be crying. You're gonna be like, Lord, why me? Okay? I know my chicken tastes better than Jerk Masters. Why they But you're gonna have to just know that I've always told Rochelle this, and this is something that I live by, because I tell her, and I don't believe in feeding people crap. Period. What is for you
It's for you.
Amen. That's seriously. What is for you will be for you. It is for you. Don't let nobody deter you from your dreams. It might be crazy. Let me tell you, some of the biggest millionaires and billionaires, Tyler Perry, I can start calling names, honey. slept in his car, but had that little crazy character, Medea, that he was peddling all over the place. Now he retired Medea, and he's a billionaire with his own studios in Atlanta. Like, let me tell you something. Work it till it works for you. Seriously. Okay. You know, I always talk about networking, and I don't go nowhere unless I leave a sweet treat. Now, these are vegan. You are cooking for the They are vegan. They are not gluten-free, but they are vegan. Now, this is one of our signature desserts. It's called the Parker brand. It's named after one of my clients because it was a recipe that I had for, it's basically a banana chocolate loaf. But she called me up one day, she said, "Look at banana chocolate loaf."